This is where champions are noticed, where leaders are born, where purpose begins. Catching them young, because tomorrow begins today.
Hello and welcome to Catching Them Young on the Achievement Channel, your #1 platform for inspiring stories and purposeful conversations that spotlight those shaping young minds and future leaders. I am your host, Sarah Undu, and as always, we bring you compelling discussions with change makers who are catching them young right where it matters. We are broadcasting live from the School of Eloquence studio here in Ikoyi, Lagos, and today we are delighted to have with us a remarkable woman whose passion for education and deep commitment to inclusive learning have touched the lives of countless children across Nigeria. She is an educator, a development advocate, and the founder of the Penna Paul Foundation. Penna Paul Adedoyin, welcome to the program.
Thank you so much.
So, tell us, take us back to the beginning, Penna, the beginning. How was it like for you? And what planted the seed for the passion you have currently in education and for advocacy?
I was confessed, you're looking gorgeous. I wanted to celebrate you actually. Okay, so, you know when they say making life a better place to be, that is just the push. So disheartening to me during school hour. See some certain children on the streets, so disheartening. And then you know when they say education is every child's right, but to some extent education is not accessible. So I have actually choose this part of making education accessible. I might not have money, but my words are actually valuable. My words are very, very much important, more than money. People might not see my name in the headline, but I tell you that how you make them feel is very, very important. How you put your name in their hearts makes you much more important. So now what makes me do this advocacy of it is because I want education to be accessible. You know when they say education and inclusion. So that is why I am advocating for this, so that everyone in the world will have access to education. I used to tell myself, I wish I have a superpower to send all the children in underserved community to school. So I feel we need to push to make the life a better place to be.
So that's great. So was there a seed? Was there something that pushed you? Was there something that pushed you into the advocacy and inclusion?
Yes, for me, feedback is a push for me, and most times I tell people that if you don't see feedback, then definitely you need to re-strategize. So many times, I remember when I was in university, I happened to school in Olabisi Onabanjo University, and it happens to be a semi-urban community. I used to trek all the way from my hostel to the community to teach children. So most times, these children used to be in school, but I see them taking cutlass to the farm, and I will ask them, why are you not in school this particular hour? And they told me that their daddy did not have money. So during my own leisure time while I was in school, I takes me like 45 minutes to trek to that village. I will go there to go and teach them, to educate them. My own personal savings, I'll have to buy school bag for them, notebook for them. So in my own way, I started my own school in that underserved community. Now, what plant have I been able to get from what I have planted? Because now most of them are now prefect in their school. It's a push. Leaders are already emerging. And I remember Benjamin. I used to mentor Benjamin then. And when Benjamin gained admission into the university, I gave him 2,000 that I do not have money, but take 2,000 naira for your matric. But at the end of the day, Benjamin gave me a gift. What gift? A artwork. And putting that artwork in my room, waking up every morning to see that artwork, it's just a joy to my heart that indeed this is a seed, this is a harvest. So feedbacks most times is a push for you. And if those feedback are not coming forth, try to re-strategize for you to get that feedback and don't give up.
So you're saying that the passion, what has pushed you so far, is that the feedback from the children, that you see that they are unable to access education, or probably due to finance or thereabout, right?
Yeah.
So in all of these things, has there been any specific child that was a trigger point for you that, you know, pushed you into this as a life calling?
So many, like I can't count them. But like I said, you know, I mentioned Benjamin earlier. Yes,
yeah.
Benjamin. Now, aside Benjamin, I have we call him Kekeyawo. That's his name. You know, underserved community. So they have all those funny names and all like that. Kekeyawo is just a little boy that cannot speak in English fluently. And I remember when I was growing up, I can't even communicate in English very well. But I had to share a, you know, Bita Grammar. Do you know this textbook, Bita Grammar? This, yes, it helps him. So I gave him that book and I said, I'm already living this community, but the little one, I've been able to put you through this book. I know it will help you. Now, Kekeyawo is leading his school in competition, debate competition. And I remember he won a scholarship. So those things are actually a positive push for me that you don't need to give up. You know, sometimes I tell myself that if your faith, F-A-T-E, should fail, don't forget the faith of God. So those things, the faith I have in God in these things, this is a purpose for me. You know, the difference between you having a purpose and you cannot fulfill that purpose. I am fulfilling the purpose with the result that God has actually called me into this field of giving inspirational talks, giving textbooks to children in order for life to be brighter in future.
Wow. Wow, Penna, that's inspiring.
Thank
so
you.
now let's talk about your foundation. Okay. Tell us about the Penna Paul Foundation. What inspired it and how did it begin?
Okay, Penna Paul Foundation.
Yeah.
Okay, let me start with, I like giving facts and figures. I remember when I finished university 2018, and after university, you know, I said I graduated in an underserved community. So I had to come back to Lagos. And I'm like, okay, Lagos is not an underserved community. But then, I remember 25th of May 2019, I was just in my room. And the burden of, there is more. Agowoye is not the last place for you to just finish this purpose. So, that particular day, I just called my friend. My friend is a graphic designer. Damilare, please, can you just design these graphics for me? Freedom to go, freedom to experience, freedom to explore. That's the theme. And I got the theme from Unilever. I attended a seminar about Unilever that particular year. And that's just, I'm like, I don't know this thing, but the information I got through that conference, I had to re-strategize them in order for it to get into the context of secondary school children. And 25th of May, I created the graphic design. And 26th of May 2019, I went to over 20 schools. Most of them rejected me. I used my phone, you know, technology is actually taking over. So I used my phone to create the lecture and everything. I printed it out and knocking the gate of each schools. Like, who is this small girl? You know, I have a small stature already. I'm accepting that already. Who are you? All those. So most of them rejected me. I went to over 20 schools. And I must say, only 5 schools accepted me. So don't forget, I said 26th of May 2019. So the second is actually a children day. Yeah. So 28th of May 2019, the first school that accepted me said they will only give me 7 minutes on the assembly ground. 7 minutes turned to 15 minutes. And it happened that I featured in one magazine then in a newspaper. I had to share that magazine and they saw my story, my inspirational talk there. And the principal was like, wow, small but mighty, your words are valuable. And this is the first time my students will be hearing this from an outsider. Lo and behold, I started Penna Paul. I went to different schools. 2 weeks or 3 weeks later, the first school I attended, the principal called me and said, ever since you stepped into my school, there is a transformation. Ever since then, I know that, okay, Penna Paul Foundation is not just a foundation. I had to transit my body into responsibility, and my responsibility now is raising leaders, and that is how Penna Paul Foundation came into existence. And to the glory of God, we'll be celebrating our 6th year anniversary with positive results, leaders emerging through Penna Paul Foundation, awards, and all like that. We are grateful to God.
Amazing. You said something. You said Can you share with us what you actually shared with those children or the assembly girl that the principal had to call you and say that ever since you came, the words you said? Can you just give us a bit of insight?
I remember remember the first I said freedom to grow, freedom to explore, and freedom to experience. That's the theme of my first outreach in Pen and Paul Foundation. So I used to tell them that irrespective of who you are, you have the right to succeed. I am a kind of person that as an inspirational teacher, I call myself, though I teach civic education, but through civic education, that context of civic education, there are inspiration in that subject. So I tell myself, I am an inspirational teacher. So I used to tell them that you have the right to succeed, despite the fact that there are limitations to you. And I tell them that you are in your comfort zone, and your comfort zone is your parents' place. But I tell you that the best comfort zone you can ever get is in the presence of God. Your parent place is, but if you are not careful, you will not know that the best comfort zone is in the presence of God. So I used to tell them that you have the right to succeed in as much as you are in your comfort zone, which is the presence of God. That school, I remember vividly, the principals, they don't used to do fellowship and all sort like that. I brought out school fellowship in that school.
Wow.
So ever since then, they used to have they used to do assembly debates. They used to do they have president for their fellowship. You know, from SS3, when they have those particular position aside school prefects, it's just that we are trying to bring out the leadership in them. So I remember the first one I told them, your comfort zone is in the presence of God. I used to say that everywhere I go. So that's just it.
Wow. Now I see why they had to call you back. That's good.
Thank
So
you
now
so
tell
much.
us your project. It span book drives, outreaches, and even storytelling. So tell us, how do you choose where to focus?
Okay, you know, intentionality is very, very important. There's a difference in economics. They tell us that there's a difference between needs and wants. So many times we see NGOs go to orphanage homes, they just want to take pictures. There are so many orphanage homes people attend that those orphanage homes have enough of foodstuffs. It is not about the picture. It is about the fact that we need to bridge the gap, meeting the needs of these people. So I am so intentional to the point that I do my critical research. Like I said, my targeted audience are underserved children. So I do my critical research, and permit me, I'm a Christian. I pray, I pray, God, please give me this direction. Which community do you want me to go to? Then after that, I do my critical research. You know, in a community or in a local government, there are communities. If this community should need this community do not need this. So I do my critical research. I meet the elders in those community, and I let them know that, okay, I will not go in the form that I want to bring something to them. And I just see somebody going on the street, and I ask them that, do you people have a school in this community? Another person tell me they don't have. I just do on-our personal interview with people living there. Then I know that, okay, these people really need it. Then I just tell them, can you take me to your community leader? So from there, I pick it up and I execute the project. So intentionality and trying to meet the needs, not the want of community. And it is not about the pictures, it is not about the documentation. Despite the fact we need documentation for us to have result and backup. But then I tell them that it is not about pictures. There are so many outreaches that I have executed, I did not post the pictures on social media. So many. And so people know, like the Bible will say, if you are doing something to the right hand side, don't let the left hand know. So it's not everything I post personally to social media, but then we just need to post for branding's sake and all sorts like that. But then intentionality and direction of God and meeting the needs of the community is very, very important.
Yeah. Wow. So you made mention of undeserved children. So what has been your biggest challenges so far, and how did you overcome reaching out to those children? You know,
when they say Okpo, permit me to use that word Okpo, is plenty. But I tell people that challenges are inevitable, and at the same time, challenges are channeled to your success ground. So if you are not facing challenges in your journey of life, then definitely something is wrong somewhere. Something is wrong somewhere. So when we talk about challenges, I have a whole lot of challenges. Is it the days of going to bed with empty stomach? Is it days of begging for urgent 2K? Yes, I will not deny it. I beg for urgent 2K because I want these children to be happy. Is it the days of people that place value on me, and I tell them that, please, can you borrow me 2K? And at the end of the day, they'll be like, people, me that they call Auntie Penna, they now call me Penna. It is not about the auntie, you get what I'm trying to say, but the fact that because we beg for donations, we don't have value again. But we get to know that it is not about the value, but about the life we want to meet. So the days of rejections, the days of embarrassment, the days of we losing value in order for me to meet, in order for us to place value. So children. Yes, those challenges are inevitable. But you know, if I don't have challenges, my success story will not be interesting. True. And my success story is actually in process, and I know one day, to the fullest, we'll share it. Wow. So that's just. Wow.
It's been an interesting conversation with Penna Paul, and we will go on a short break. We will be right back.
Catching them young, because tomorrow begins today.
Are you in governance?
You need public speaking.
Are you in business?
You need public speaking.
Are you a professional?
You need public speaking.
Now you too can learn how to overcome nervousness and speak with confidence before any audience at the School of Eloquence, the home of public speaking.
Attend our practical and training one-on-one coaching with West Africa's only certified speaking professional at any of our centers in Lagos and Abuja.
To register, call 0802 3032 066 or 0706 1606 078, or log on to our website schoolofeloquence.org. School of Eloquence,
teaching the world to speak.
My name is Ome Sylvia. Stay tuned to Achievement Channels for more positive information.
Hello everyone, my name is Chinedu Ndugwe. If you know you are looking out for anything to do with innovation, motivation in Nigeria or Africa, please watch out for Achievement Channel.
Hello, my name is Emmanuel Zeole. Keep watching Achievement Channel for daily motivation and you're good to go.
Catching them young, because tomorrow begins today.
Welcome back. Penna, you developed a version of Snakes and Ladders to teach mathematics.
Yeah.
Tell us how that works and why play is actually important in learning.
Thank you so much. Most people have been asking me this question. Okay, so you see, dice. Every portion of your dice has a value. The 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. We all know numbers as values. So, if you should roll a dice, if you should put it on 2 on the snake and ladder board, then you have to put your seed on 2. Then if you should roll 6, so 6 plus 2 is what? 8. So normally they will play that, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Do you understand? But then for the educational aspect of it, I put it on my board in my community there, and I tell them that don't count. From your head, what is 6 plus 2? So they should not count. Now, most of these children don't know how to calculate mathematics. True. But when you tell them that 1,000 minus 800, they will tell you what? It is 200 naira. Now, we need to inculcate it in the aspect of snake and ladder. I said 8 the other time, right? Now, if you should roll the dice again and they happen to play, let me say, 6, which is the highest number. And at that particular point, they have to get to that particular number. Let me say, that particular person put it in, let me say, 12. Yes, 12 or 14. Let me use the word 14. And that particular spot of 14, snake has actually, snake, the rules of snake and ladder, and there's a snake there. So definitely for snake to bite you, if you are on the tree, if snake should bite you on the tree, definitely the person will actually go down. So if you should go down from 14 to 10, so they can't just go from 14 to 10. So I tell them, what will you subtract from 14 that will give you 10? I put that on my board. So it's just for them to calculate. Then I put 14 plus question mark equal to 10. So what should be in that question mark? It should be 4. So they should not just play it as 4. They should not just play it as them counting. Snake and ladder should help you to calculate quick. Now, if from that 14 you roll another dice and you have 6, that is 14 plus 6 is 20. So at that particular 20, you've been able to climb the ladder to 60. So, and I ask them again, don't just climb this ladder to 60. What have you been able to calculate? 20 plus what will give you 60? Then I put it there on my board again. 20 plus what will give you 60? That question mark. So now fill in the gap of that. Use your head to calculate. They tell me it is 40. 40 plus 20, it is what? 60. So snake and ladder should not just be a game of fun. Should be a game of addition and subtraction, in order for you to be able to calculate without you using pen and biro or pen and book.
Wow.
That is not the first game I've been able to craft in pen and ball. I crafted another one, Scavengers. I don't want to use the word, it's more like a draft, but because of the name draft, I don't want to use draft. So I had to pick up covers of bottles. And I tell, there's a way I had to craft it, and I tell them, think critically. How will I be able to cross over to the other side without pushing you to decide? So in my community, in Pen and Ball Foundation, I don't just dish out words, despite the fact that inspirational words are important. I let my children know that you need to know how to think critically so that you can be smart. You know, education is beyond the four corners of the world. So if you cannot do well in class, you should be able to do well outside the four corners of the classroom.
That's right.
So that's just
Wow. Wow, that's interesting, and I see that because a lot of children love to play. Children love things that are fun. They love interesting activities, and I see that with that would, you know, bring them into the point where they actually want to learn,
Yes.
especially when it comes to mathematics, where they find it quite difficult. So with such games, it would, you know, inspire them into learning maths. That's amazing, Penna.
Thank you
That's
so much.
amazing. So how do you use creativity to make education more accessible for children with no resources?
all right. So I used to tell people that every sport in this world is a classroom, and every tool God has created is an instrument for everyone in the world to learn. This cup is an instrument for me to learn. This place is a classroom for me to learn. I've been able to learn from you. You have been able to learn from me. Do you understand? So in Pen and Ball Foundation, I make sure every sport, anywhere I find myself, I make it a sport for everyone to learn. That is why if I'm on the streets, I make sure somebody beside me is learning. I can just, hello baby. I love little children so much. Hello baby, do you know that you are a future and your future is bright? And I use affirmation words to help them. I tell yourself you are a star. Tell yourself you are a champion. Tell yourself, I believe in myself. That is just a classroom for me. So if that particular baby is holding probably a school bag, and I tell them that, do you know that this school bag is not just for me? It's just not for you to put your note inside. Do you know it's an avenue for you to keep secrets? Because our mouth is also a bag for us to keep secrets. So in anything we find ourselves, let's make it a means for us to learn and for the future coming behind us. So
Wow.
that's just...
Wow, that's good.
Thank
That's
you.
good. So, Penna, you said something, you made mention of something as a challenge. That was one of the challenges that you faced. And what you said was on funds. Yeah. So, tell us, you use your personal funding for this foundation.
Obviously.
What is the sacrifice? What is that drive? What has been, pushing you into making such sacrifices?
Okay, so if your pocket is empty, you don't have a purpose. But if you have a purpose, you are rich. If your pocket is empty, you don't have a purpose. But if you have a purpose, you are rich. Now, I got to know that this is my purpose. I might not have money. I might face challenges. I have the days of me crying. The days where everybody decided to leave me alone. In my room, my pillowcase are soaked with tears. But because within a twinkle of an eye, the devil used to fail. And God will show up. He's a miracle God. He's not a magician. For the fact that even when I choose to give up, within a twinkle of an eye, he will definitely show up. So he wants me to face those rejections because he wants my success story to be interesting. And because I'm doing this because the children I'm talking to are now leaders.
Wow.
They are prefects in their schools.
Amazing.
So I'm happy about the JAMB results recently. Most of my students passed.
Wow.
Most of them passed. It's a joy to my heart. So God is putting me there. I'm still in the incubating room. After 9 months, the 9 months, you understand, when God gave birth to me, then God will know that indeed I am fearfully and wonderfully made, and the story is yet to be told. That's just
Wow. Wow. So what drives your sacrifice is that one, you understood that it's a passion or it's a purpose.
okay. Like I said earlier, the days of me giving up, but in a twinkle of an eye, you will
God shows
definitely
up.
show up. Judas, he betrayed Jesus. I have Judas, but at the end of the day, what a friend we have in Jesus. I'm sorry I have to say Jesus because I'm so proud of Jesus. Do you understand? So what pushed my sacrifice is the fact that I know that God has actually created me into this calling of purpose. The book of Jeremiah 1, I have to quote Bible.
Feel free.
Book of Jeremiah 1, verse 5 says, I have known it from your mother's womb. I have ordained you as a prophet. So I know that God has ordained me. Right? So I had challenges even while I was growing up. My English were not fluent. I struggled to read and assimilate easily. But I got to understand that for me to be successful, so I picked up when I was in GSS 3. So from SS1, I featured in newspaper, going for competitions, those sacrifice alone, and the result I had, and I will still have, are just the fact that God indeed has called me into this purpose, and at the end of the day, sacrifice will not just go in vain because God wants you to sacrifice. When we sacrifice our ram, when we sacrifice our listing, at the end of the day, you go enjoy them now. But I'm not doing this because I want to enjoy. I'm doing this because I am planting something. And when December comes, we go harvest. The rain will soon fall.
Wow.
And we will harvest our fruits.
Wow. So in a nutshell, you know that God had sent you into doing this, and regardless, you have to put in your all and see how God shows up for you in the midst of the storm.
Yeah.
Wow, that's so amazing, Penna.
Thank you.
So what message do you have for young Nigerians currently watching you who feel powerless but they want to make a difference?
Okay, so I tell people that people are not looking for perfect people, but they're looking for the presence of people. Volunteer. Tunde Onakoya used to say something. You can do a big thing from a small place. Recently, I volunteered for one event, and one of my friends said, Pina, what are you doing? You're not supposed to be volunteer. You're supposed to be on that stage. I said, no. If everybody should package themselves to be on the stage, we will plan this program to be successful. So most times, you don't need to be in the front to volunteer. You don't need to be in the front to do big things. Whatever your hand find doing, do it well and do it diligently.
Yeah. You
will stand before big people. So in anything your hand find doing, please do it well. You might not be a perfect person. I am never a perfect person, but your presence is very, very important. So you are planting that seed. By the time it will germinate, people will marvel at your work. And I know every Nigerian out there, our future will definitely be bright. Nigeria is a good country.
Of course.
If we go to Jamaica, if we go to Canada, please let's come back to our home, because we know Nigeria will be a better country. Or let me say the best country someday, sometime. That's just it.
Oh, that's amazing. So Penna, what's next for you and your foundation?
Okay, a whole lot. But according to the leading of the Holy Spirit and what God has actually placed in my heart, we are shooting a movie very soon. And the movie will be not just for children. Educators, teachers will learn from it. Parents will also learn from it. So the movie, we are already in the process of it. So we are shooting a movie very soon. And there's a project we're actually working on, making education beautiful. We've started it already. And we are going to 15 underserved community to make education beautiful. How? You know, when you are in an environment and that environment is not enticing for you to learn, you will give up. So we are trying to create a learning aid, a banner in a classroom whereby we'll place a banner in schools that don't have. We'll craft out a banner according to the educational curriculum, school curriculum. So in nursery class, we have a banner of A to Z with pictures. You know, children, they like anything animations.
Yeah.
So A for apple. When they see A, when they see apple, they know that definitely A is for apple. When they see B, B is for baby. When they see baby like them. So we are creating a banner whereby when they get into the classroom, even if they are at home, they will tell their parents, Mommy, I want to go to school today because in my classroom, education is actually beautiful. So we are going to 15 underserved community to create a learning aid for them. So the theme of the program is making education beautiful. So that's just...
Oh, that's amazing. You have so great plans. That's amazing.
Thank you
so much, Penna Paul. You've made us understand. You also need the plan instructions from God. Right?
Definitely.
Maybe you made us understand that. And thank you so much for your inspiring story. Thank you so much.
Catching them young, because tomorrow begins today. Catching them young, because tomorrow begins today.
And to our viewers, we hope you've been inspired by this story of faith, vision, and resilience. Remember, the future is shaped by what we invest in our children today. So let's all play a part in catching them young. Let's keep the conversation going. Follow us at Achievement Channel on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube for more inspiring stories and updates. Use the hashtags WeSeePossibility and share your own experiences with us. I am Sarah Undu, and join us next time for stories that inspire action and ignite purpose.
On Sunday, February 8th, 2026, the Harbor Point Event Center in Lagos became the epicenter of excellence and celebration. The Center for Values and Leadership, CVL, gathered the nation's finest to honor a titan of intellect and integrity, Professor Pat Utomi, on the occasion of his 70th birthday. The evening was a tapestry of testimonies. One after another, colleagues and mentors took to the stage to share how Professor Utomi had shaped their lives and careers. Beautiful tributes flowed, painting a picture of a man whose influence transcends academia and enters the realm of national transformation.
Perhaps one of the most fantastic opportunities apprenticing under this man. Learning from him, listening to him, and having him support what we have done over the years, right up to where we are today with the School of Eloquence that we set up. The School of Eloquence is 2018, and the Achievement Channel that we set up, including the Blue Economy Academy. So, Prof, all I want to say today, and I know you've done so much, we're glad that you're alive and well.
The celebration crossed borders and boundaries. Dignitaries who could not attend in person sent their regards via video, their voices filling the hall from the big screen. Most notable was the message from former President Olusegun Obasanjo, who joined many other world leaders in wishing the professor a landmark happy birthday.
What you have done for me, you are a wonderful man. Except that you still owe me on the job. And until you give me that on the job, you will not have celebrated your birthday. Make sure that my birthday jam is ready for the party. Otherwise, I won't die until I get my birthday jam.
I say, yes, we are our papa will be vampire. Make our boys vampire. We, the wife, the children, none of them will demand one thing: long life and prosperity. My wish for you, Dr. Tony, is that in your lifetime you are able to see the Nigeria of your dream.
I'm happy that God has kept and sustained you till this day, 70 years. Pray that God will continue to keep and sustain you. Continue to do what you believe in. You symbolize the truth we need in leadership. The God of this place. Not only glad we have long life and to make beautiful children and have one more child. One more child, and it's beautiful kids. I love his kids, one more.
Prayers that you have a long life, in good health, and that you need to see your students children, and that you continue to be happy and be a fulfilled person in Jesus' name.
Being happy because of the day.
Many more years of good health, ability to read a zillion more books, and the peace and joy of a life surrounded by people who love and cherish you. I wish you so much happiness, good health, all your aspirations will come to pass, and that indeed your joy will be full on this landmark anniversary. The angels of God will always be for him and his family. Wishing him the best of the best. I pray that God will give him testimony, larger testimonies, and God will answer all his prayer in the name of Jesus. As Prof turns 70 on February 6th, I would like to wish you a very happy birthday.
I wish you a happy birthday. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Once again, happy birthday. I'm very happy.
It will be a wonderful celebration. Happy birthday.
You're always calling me Oka, what's that? Well, now, Oka Paruri. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Whether it's bathroom or bedroom, happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Please let's put our hands together for the
Achievement Channel went behind the glamour to speak with those who know him best.
History was Joey Part as one of the major players, not in terms of the validation of June 12. He formed a group of high professional bodies, people, and they formed what they call concerned professionals. That's professionals who are concerned about the future of this country. In 1993, imagine 1993 to this time, 33 years ago, of the validation of June 12 and restoration of democracy in this country.
The SDP family is proud to be associated with Professor Patutomi, who was the pro-national chairman of the SDME that later transformed into the SDP. Professor Patutomi was also the first presidential candidate of the Social Democratic Mega Party, 2011. And his vast of wisdom and experience, the SDP achieved a lot through him. We wish him many returns. May God continue to spare him good things so that Nigeria can continue to learn from his blessings and wisdom. Thank you, may God bless.
The one thing you cannot take away from Professor Patutomi is that he has as equal eye view of Nigeria.
Okay, my name is Niya Adesanya, a business consultant and a business engineering expert. He is a man that has been there from the beginning. My company is over 20 years, but Patutomi has been with us forever. I mean, when people did not believe in us, he believed in us. And then his level of sacrifice is unparalleled. It's very commendable. He sacrifices, he goes the extra mile and extra length for you. And I really appreciate him for that. And also I want to use this opportunity also to appreciate his beautiful wife. Because many people have been talking about Professor Patutomi, but nobody has said anything about her so far. She's a gem, she's a mother, and she's a beloved woman. We love her. Thank you for taking care of our Patutomi for us. God bless you, man.
My name is Ben Gashason. I'm the Executive Director at Paradigm Initiative, and the chairman of our board is Professor Patutomi. Prof, thank you. When we started, you believed in us when we didn't even know what we were going to do. And that belief led to valuable currency in relationships, in partnerships, in funding, in impact, and in work. And because of you, because of the foundation you laid, we are now able to reach thousands and hundreds of thousands of young people across 28 countries on this continent. Thank you for being our trustee and for being our chair. And I pray that you will eat the best of the land.
Prof and I grew up in Kano. Went to different schools there. And it's about 13 or more years of our growing up. We didn't even know until we met in Lagos. And I must say that Prof was one of my very good friends. When I turned 70, going on 3 years now, he was there with the wife. And since I've been celebrating my birthdays, he never misses out. So tell me why I would be here today. Your hands please together for him, ladies and gentlemen.
His children shared intimate reflections on Pat Utomi, not just as a public figure, but as a father and a guide.
My name is Patrick Utomi, and I am the son of Patutomi. So my father has been an inspiration ever since I've known. He's always been concerned about the nation and his family. Those are the closest two things to his heart. And every blood, every sweat, all his tears, everything he gave up for us, his family, and for the nation. And I'm glad that he is getting his flowers, but I hope that in his life he sees the nation become what he expected it to be. Thank you.
My name is Claire Utomi, and I'm the youngest daughter. I think the first thing I admire about my dad is that everyone knows his political achievements, his achievements in academic arenas, but he is such a family man, a dedicated person to being a good father, and always showing up despite his busy schedule. And so I thank him for the plays, for the school visits, for showing up for my friends, for me, no matter what he's doing.
It was a truly glamorous affair. From soulful musical performances to vibrant entertainment, the night was a fitting tribute to a man who has given so much to the soul of our nation. 70 years of value, 70 years of leadership.
Privilege for the gift of life, for the opportunities that we have had, and how this has enabled us to, stimulate some thinking. So I'm really happy that I'm here today. My greatest fulfillment is that in spite of all the running, I have managed to find a wonderful family that has been there all the time, and we have peace, we have joy. Thank God.
As the curtains fall on this celebration, the legacy of Professor Pat Utomi continues to inspire a new generation. Reporting for Achievement Channel, we celebrate a life well lived.
We wear the khaki, but we carry more than just a bag. We carry dreams, grit, and a will to serve.
This is Corpuscan, rising to serve, rising to lead.
Hello and welcome to Corpuscan, the show that inspires and empowers young Nigerians to make most of their NYSC journey and beyond. I'm your host, Nofisat Adeyola, and you are watching us right here on the Achievement Channel, Nigeria's first and only 100% motivational television station, broadcasting from the School of Eloquence Studio in Ikoyi, Lagos. Today's topic, Bloom Where You Are Posted, is all about turning those unexpected moments into opportunities for growth and purpose. To help us explore this inspiring conversation, I'm joined by two amazing guests. Bankole Emmanuel is an aspiring accounting professional from Kwara State, Nigeria. He holds both ND and HND in accounting from Kwara State Polytechnic and is currently pursuing a bachelor's degree in accounting while working towards the ACA certification with ICANN. Passionate about numbers, integrity, and growth, he aims to make a meaningful impact in finance and auditing. Egwuoti Favour, a fresh graduate and newly called barrister, embarking on a year of national service. Favour is currently serving at NYSC at the esteemed School of Eloquence, Ikoyi, Lagos State, where she is applying her knowledge and skills to make a positive impact with a passion for the law and a commitment to excellence. Favour is poised for a bright and successful future. So, whether you are serving in a busy city or a quiet village, in a classroom or a corporate office, this episode is for you. Get ready for inspiring insights, real stories, and practical tips on how to turn your service year into a season of growth and purpose. Welcome to the show. I'm very glad to have you guys here, Emmanuel and Favour.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. So today we'll be discussing Bloom Where You Are Posted on today's episode. So many core members found themselves in unexpected places they never imagined serving. Yeah. So how can a copper turn unexpected posting into an opportunity for growth and impact? I'll start with you, Emmanuel.
Okay, thank you, Nafisat. From my own perspective, I would like to say, as a copper, you be seeing yourself posted to where you are not wanting to. It is like, how would I put it? Firstly, the place might not look like a blessing to you, but probably it should look like a journey or a training ground to the journey of your destiny. Because being a copper, you might not want to be in this or particular place being posted to, but seeing yourself there, you have to first look at it. What is my purpose here? Instead of seeing yourself, why am I posted here? This is not relating to what I study or something. You take it, have that mindset. Instead of thinking, why are you posted here? You can calm down and relax and observe. Then see it that what is my purpose here? How can I help this particular organization with what you have? So thinking and seeing it as, okay, yes, because people have that mindset that if you are not posted to where you actually have, where you study or something you have relating to what you read in school, so people see it like as not, well, how would I put it, you are not well welcome there. But even life itself, whenever you meet yourself, you need to work with how it is. So by then, and working with things along with how it goes, you definitely get good opportunities, and consistency matters.
Thank you for that answer. What about you, Favor? What do you have to add to it?
Okay, thank you. Well, I'm going to add to what he said, and I'm going to use what he's using as an example, which is mindset. So whenever I suppose you to where you are not even expecting to, maybe because you didn't study what they posted you to go and do and all that. Don't see it as a punishment from AYS. Do you understand what I'm saying? See it as an opportunity for you to grow and impact like other people around you. That's everything about NYSC post, everything about life is just mindset. Don't see it as a punishment, see it as an opportunity for you to grow. I'll use myself quite alright, but I was not posted to a law firm. You understand? So what I understood and what I want to take from where NYSC posted me to is that there is no knowledge in this.
That is wasted.
Yes, that is a waste. I will learn something from where I'm being posted. You understand what I'm saying? So it's not, some people are saying, it's not a law firm, but I'm like, let me just calm down. You understand? This is 1 year. It's not a waste. You understand? You are going to, no matter what, you're going to learn 1 or 2 things from where you are being posted to. And you don't know where you're going to apply it in life. So it's going to be useful to you, and you never know when it's going to be useful. There's another thing. Anywhere they post you, to just be flexible. Life comes with adjustments. Let's just learn how to adjust to some certain things in life. So you have to adjust. Let's not be static. This is how I want to be. This is how I want it. Change. Everybody should just learn how to change and be, dynamic with wherever he or she finds his or herself. Yes. And something else. Let's learn how to connect with people around us. Whether they posted it to a rural community or a corporate life, just let's learn how to connect with people. No matter how small that place is, starting from trying to learn the languages that you don't know, or learn how to greet them, or just be jovial with people. You don't know how connecting with people can, make you grow in life. So it's something that we also have to learn. So that's just what I want to say.
Thank you very much for that answer, because I actually have something to add to that. Because there was a day I was strolling on social media and I saw something like, if you keep cursing out or saying negative things about your place of work, there's no way you will grow out of that place, and there's no way you will be happy. And I think when I saw that, it actually changed my mindset. Fine, when in life, at a point in time, we always find ourselves in places or where we never imagine. Let's even put NYSC aside. Journey to life, you find your place in. There's something like that. It can never be me. The way it will be you will not even expect it. So you keep saying no every day. I don't like that place. I don't. Whether you like it or not, that's where you spend the next 1 year of your service here. So at first it may be challenging, and I used to say something about turning your struggles into opportunity. So just make the most out of it. Make sure you are, like you said, be flexible. Make sure you just see it as an opportunity to grow. So thank you very much for that wonderful answer. Thank you.
Okay, concerning what you said earlier, that you said aside NYSC, it made me remember someone. This friend of mine is well learned. Is that kind of person. When I met him, I saw his thinking and his academic ability. I was like, okay, why are you in this polytechnic, like the way we also came? I was like, no, because from his 100 level down to his final year, he was in first class, distinction, HND distinction, HND2 distinction, graduated with distinction. So now, we will say that kind of person now that graduated with distinction from 91 down to HND2, we will say that kind of person is supposed to be in university, but due to that, the way life generally, and he was able to manage the way the life of a thing is. So it's part of how life will actually treat you. So thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you for that wonderful answer, which brings me to the next question. Can you share a story? It may be yours, it may be someone close to you, of a couple that turned their unexpected posting experience into something imaginable. For someone that posted to a place they don't want to be. So how they turned their posting their NYSC year from a place they don't want to be to something very, very impactful. Do you have a story to share, or maybe yours, maybe one of your experience, maybe one of your very close friends?
Okay, thank you for that wonderful question. I would like to put an illustration of somebody I know.
Okay.
He was posted to Kwara State for his NYSC.
Okay.
In a remote area, a remote village.
Okay.
So the place is, they have a lot of things that are lacking: the lack of light, lack of electricity, lack of power, lack of water. Like, the area itself is just, it's a school they posted him. Okay. Then it was just like, you know, as a copper now, that alone, you know, as a copper, you feel like the area where you are, you need some things like the way you like light and everything. But the way where it was posted, it was bad. Like, it was posted to a school. But this couple that I'm trying to talk, the school it was posted to, he realized that those students, they lack how to read. Then he took it. He didn't take it as a problem. He took it as an opportunity that, okay, let him start some weekends, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, coaching lesson for them. Then from there, those students became very good in reading. From there, the parents of those children were like, yes, this is good. And this, during the processing, it gave him some opportunity, like, to connect with some different people that he himself didn't expect, because what it took from the start, like taking them. But if you see some coppers now posted to that kind of area now, it doesn't. So I feel seeing that place as opportunity, like the scenario I said now, I can use myself as an opportunity, because I'm being posted to a place where it's not relating to accounting. Okay. But due to the fact that I have a skill at hand, it's actually one of the important things that is even keeping me going in where I'm working as my PPA. So it's very important that don't just see yourself that, okay, where you are posted, or where whoever is being posted to is you don't have what you are doing. Like the way my lawyer said earlier, that where she's being posted is not relating to a law firm.
Yes,
okay.
As an example. Okay. So my CDS says a lady, she was posted to sports CDS. That's her CDS. Okay. Sports CDS.
A CDS group.
Yes, a CDS group, sports CDS. And she happens to be in volleyball. You understand? You know, at first it's like, we're just wasting our time. Do you understand? What are we even using this thing to do? Who actually uses volleyball? I know in Nigeria we don't really, apart from football, there's not really football. Those ones are not really there yet. So, but to her greatest surprise, she used it as a means to eat. Even now, that's what she's using. She has her own small, academy where she trains young people. You understand, how to play volleyball. How to play volleyball. At first, it was like, let's just do this thing and let's get it done with it. But now she uses it and she trains, young people to how to play volleyball. And who knows? It might go international one day. You never can tell. You understand what I'm saying? So wherever you find yourself, just use it. Learn it very, very well, no matter how little. You don't know if you're going to use it to, teach people in the future, or if you're going to use it to even apply it, even make yourself greater, make yourself grow